name is James Hadnot, and my occupation is I am a high school teacher and football coach.
Okay. So, how you're a football coach? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into football?
I started playing when I was about 8 years old and kept playing ever since. And once I figured out I wasn't going to do it for a living, I thought I should coach it so I can try to get back to what it gave to me and a better life.
So you have a positive opinion of your job?
Oh yeah, I love my job. I love the sport. I love my job. I love being around the kids and the students, and I love what the sport can teach you as a young man.
Can anyone do your job?
I wouldn't say anyone could do my job. That's a good question, but I wouldn't say anyone can. You can try to do it, but actually having the passion and desire to do it and be good at it is something totally different.
Okay, so this is my last question. What do you think of the school spirit here at Cooper?
Judging, if we're going by Friday nights, I love it. We have a great crowd. The band is awesome.
Yeah.
Cheerleaders are great. I think the school spirit here is pretty cool.
Okay, that's pretty neat. Yeah.
How long have you been here at Cooper?
This is my first. I'm completing my first year here at Cooper.
Is there anything you wish you taught but can't?
No. No. I wish I could teach math because that would make it better for my children at home if I knew math so that I could help them. But I'm not big on math, so.
What do you find most frustrating about teaching?
What do I find most frustrating about teaching is probably I want the kids to try more, pretty much. I want them to put, not all of them, but some of them, I would like if everyone put forth effort to at least try harder in what they're doing in class.
Tell us a little bit about student teaching experience.
Student teaching? Student teaching experience for me was, it was a lot of learning. It was a lot of things that I didn't know, that I thought I knew just from being a student on the outside looking in, but once I started student teaching, I started learning about lesson planning and TEKS and different things like that, so it's a lot of information to take in that I didn't know about. But it was still a pretty good experience for me.
What are some difficulties in your job?
Some difficulties in my job? I wouldn't say I have really difficulties. It's some things that are hard, just the amount of time we put in, which is, I mean, it's still good, but put in a lot of time just being away from family and home. And again, trying to get the kids to get it and get what you want them to get out of it just makes it harder when they don't, and so that kind of makes it hard, but it's still worth it.
For our next story, Jada is going to interview Taylor Davis, a Cooper hero.
Hi, my name is Taylor Davis, and I'm a junior at Cooper High School.
What are your aspirations in the future?
My aspiration is to become a sports newscaster for NBC or maybe Fox, but I heard they're going bankrupt, so.
Nope.
No money on my card.
What is next after Cooper?
I plan on attending an HBCU in Houston, hopefully to join a stomp team and maybe to join a fraternity.
No.
What are you involved in?
Right now I'm a filmer, and I'm also the class officer for junior year, and also I'll be a class officer for my 2019 and 2020 year at Cooper.
What is it like being a filmer?
It's challenging at times because sometimes I get relied on a lot by Coach Haas, which, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but it's like sometimes I'm the one he calls on for the most. But it's really great. I love the sisterhood of it, and I love that I get to travel to like UNT and all these other different colleges to watch guys play football and look at butts, and get hit with footballs and do a whole bunch of other stuff with a family.
What do you dislike and like about Cooper?
What I like about Cooper is that it gives us many opportunities as well as when we get out of college, but not also like they gave us this great film department that comes with Cooper. But the dislike about Cooper is that there's so many negativity things that goes on around here that we could improve on, but as long as the student body just knows how to work with each other and work with underclassmen and work with upperclassmen, that it could be a really good school.
And our last interview today will be Autumn Morgan interviewing an administrator from Cooper High.
Okay, my name is Jennifer Seekins. I am a counselor at Cooper this year. I will be the dean at Holland Medical High School next year.
What do you enjoy most about Cougar Nation?
Since I've been here for 5 years, my favorite thing is I've had the privilege of working with students from their freshman year through their senior year, and I love getting to watch students go from being a freshman where they're not quite sure what they want to do to a graduating senior who's very confident in their next steps.
How long have you been associated with Cougar Nation?
5 years. This is my 5th year here at Cooper.
What are your campus expectations for the future?
Oh, that's a really good question. So the great thing about being part of this campus is it's a family, right? And I work with a wonderful group of people that we support each other and care for each other. And I think that's the awesome thing about being part of Cooper is that I think there's a strive for everybody to feel like they're part of a family. And so that's, a nation's family. And I think as we go through the future, that's the thing we have to keep working on is making sure we maintain family.
And what do you enjoy most about what you do?
The students. I love getting to see students and interact with students and help them to figure out either a schedule or a career path. Those are my favorite things.
And what are your opinions about Power Hour?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that. I think the concept behind Power Hour is really good. I think in theory, it sounds amazing, but it doesn't play out the way it was theorized. And so it drives me completely insane to watch students wander around the campus for an hour with nothing to do, because a lot of times I don't get to eat lunch. And so it seems a little bit backwards to me that we would provide an hour for our students to eat and not have an opportunity for teachers or administrators to eat.
All right, thank you.
Is that good?
Yes.
Now for our 10-second trivia. Which of these teachers taught at Cooper for the longest? A, Miss Watson, B, Mrs. Roush, C, Mr. Cheeto, or D, Mr. Parmalee? The answer is Mr. Parmalee. He has taught at Cooper since 1980. Also, as summer's approaching, teachers want to remind you that reading while you sunbathe will keep you well read.